Here with defensive coordinator Jacob Pardonnet, about halfway through spring football. You know, you've only been here a couple months. What's it been like just getting out here on the field with these guys and getting to know everything on the system and implement your defense?
Yeah, I think since our staff got here towards the end of January where we were fully together, I think we were all just kind of itching to get out to this indoor and run around with the guys and just see them move and work and get to know them on the field. And I think halfway through we've started to build those connections and mesh a little bit more as far as our personalities go, and we're building things the right way, I think. But it takes time. But so far, so good.
On the defensive side, just kind of what have you seen from that group on that side of the ball through these first few practices you guys have had?
Yeah, I think one of the great things is how when we got here, these guys, their willingness to compete, their willingness to embrace a new kind of culture, or at least a bunch of new faces, just the willingness to get after it. And I think they've embraced us as a staff, they've embraced each other, and they've continued to just kind of pull each other along in the right direction. So that more than anything was just the willingness to come out and compete and learn an entirely new system. So
now that the system's kind of in place, you guys got a couple more weeks before the spring game. Yeah. What's kind of the focus from you, from a coaching perspective, for your defense the rest of the way up until the spring game?
Yeah, and I don't know if this is this won't change, but we've just hammered the fundamentals. You know, pursuit, tackling, and win the next one, win the next play. So we've been hammering that more than anything and just trying to build things the right way and really put an emphasis on our tackling mechanics, and the scheme stuff will come. Right, we had a big day today in terms of an install. A bunch of new stuff went in, but like I said, these guys are just continuing to compete. And even when we make a mistake or it's clunky, like that emphasis on pursuit, tackling, and win the next one is really coming through. So. And
then just for the spring game coming up in a couple weeks, what are you looking forward to in that game?
Ooh, what am I looking for? I guess the same things I want to see every day. Right, I want to see 11 shirts to the football. I want to see a bunch of enthusiasm. Like we get to come out here and compete in this great indoor, and I think more than anything, I just want to see us continue to build on that so it just becomes who we are. All right, so our coaches, they never will, but our coaches can almost coach with their hands in their pockets because our guys are just bought in and know what the standard is.